See, there is religion and there's spirituality. Religion, according to me, is the relationship to God that you show to the world. It's a social relationship where you are born into that and you say to the world, this is the family I was born in and this is the religion these are the rituals I follow. Yeah, it is an external identification creating a sense of belonging based on who you are interacting with. Spirituality is your inner journey. It's going inwards. It is like inevitably we all get to a point where we start asking the question, what is the purpose of life? Why am I here? What am I doing? Is it just meant to like wake up, go to work, come back to bed? Is there more to life? And the question, this question that arises in mind of everyone starts us on that journey of spirituality. Our timelines might be different. Some people ask it sooner, some people ask it later, some people don't ask it in this lifetime. But it will come at a stage where we will be like, okay, who am I? And that understanding. What I think is that spiritual journey is more of a remembrance rather than learning anything new. It is like Sapna shared very beautifully in the post, everyone knows about soul but does not know the soul. Yes? So, does not know the soul because we are that. But we have forgotten that, and this being on the spiritual path is the journey back home to remembering who we are. And because we are coming back to ourselves, we have to go through all the layers that are between our true self and us that have been created by the ego mind, and all those layers are of the fear. And we find the courage. Going on a spiritual journey means finding the courage and strength in us to turn around to that, instead of running away from the fear, turning around to face that fear and say, hey, what information do you have for me? Okay, show me. Where am I not loving myself enough? And bringing all the shadows, all the fears to the light so that we can go back to remembering who we are, because we are pure love. Now, let me explain it to you in the quantum physics, right? Everything is made up of atoms, and atoms are 99.9% empty space. That means it is basically a vibration, an electromagnetic vibration. So if everything is a vibration, our thoughts and feelings are also a vibration. But on the scale, the lowest vibration, or one end of the vibration, is fear, which I recognize by three symptoms, three signs. Whenever we are feeling constricted or small, when we feel cold, when we feel heavy, that to me is a sign that we are in a fear state. And the other opposite end is of love. And the three symbols are when we feel expanded, when we feel light, and when we feel warm. That is the sign that we are in that vibration of love. So if everything is a vibration, being on a spiritual path is a journey where as soon as the negative vibration of fear comes in the form of anger, sadness, envy, jealousy, hatred, or fear, anxiety, panic attacks, we stop and take a moment to recognize that this is just a vibration, and we use our mind, which is a very powerful tool, to transform that vibration to positive, to the vibration of love, raise the vibration. So what happens now, if the fear comes, we do not even interact with it. We are like, our natural response is fear has shown up, so run away from it. But being on a spiritual path means you stop, you become aware of the fear, and you start transforming it into something else, into a higher vibration. I hope this is making sense. Ask me a question, pop it in the comments, or leave it in the comments. With the mind also, there are three layers. There is a conscious mind, subconscious mind, and an unconscious mind. So the conscious mind is 5%, which is engaging in with the senses, listening to what is coming through and responding to that. Subconscious is the realm of the emotions and feelings, where we have, if you would like to say, the deeper intentions, right? From which we respond. So that is where most of the fear we will find, in that subconscious basement, that you didn't even realize that actually what you are talking to with a partner is not about the situation, but it's deeper, your fear of being rejected or of being abandoned or of being left alone. Yeah. And then deeper than that is the unconscious fear, where we have the collective fears which all of the human beings have got. Fear of being left alone, fear of being not good enough, fear of being not loved. Yes. So we use the mind to raise our vibration. Now, the question is, if you are with someone who does not understand what you are doing, how do you explain it to them? You will have to talk to them at the level they are. So you will talk about the same subject to a grade 1, grade 2 kid with different words and analogies, and to a grade 12 kid in a different way, right? It is like a whole circle. It's an archetypal circle. So we start on the quest, like in the tarot cards, there is that fool that starts the journey. He's innocent and naive. He does not know what it is, but he's positive that he will find something. He starts with that positiveness and then goes through the whole cycle. So when we start on the spiritual journey, usually we are seeking relief from pain in some way. And we start looking at the techniques. So we get involved with the oracle cards or Reiki healing or channeling, energy, Reiki, chakras, colors, crystals. There are so many ways. But remember that they are all techniques. They are all support structures. It is like learning to ride a bike. Yeah. So in the beginning, if you want to learn how to ride a bike, you might have those trainers fitted in. But once you get the idea, your body knows how to maintain the balance, you don't need those anymore, and you can leave them aside and you can go and have a good ride on the bike. Some people may choose not to let go of that. Yeah, and they are stuck in that spiritual level where they're just talking about this stuff and not progressing further. Some people decided to leave them behind but fell down, and they decided that bike riding is a ridiculous activity and it's very dangerous, so no one needs to do it. We are all kind of human beings here, right? So they might decide spirituality is all, nobody needs to follow that. So they are all support mechanisms. So understand, we start the journey from where we are at a pain point, seeking relief. We lean into these different techniques to help us find a way back to ourselves. Again, like I said, at the basis of it, it's still that energy, and we are just finding ways of how to lift that vibration. For a person who is starting that energy, it might help to say, here is the crystal, hold the crystal and it will raise your vibration. Actually, it is still their intention working, because they believe that crystal is going to raise their vibration. That is why their vibration is being raised, right? We already have all the answers within us. That is why I'm saying it's a remembrance. There's nothing new anyone can teach you. There are the soul truths which all of us know in our heart, and when someone will say them out aloud, your soul will resonate with it. So then we move into these techniques, and then there comes a point when we become so in tune with our own self that we don't even need these techniques, and then they start falling away, and it's like, okay, I can do without these. I can just be in touch with my intuitive intelligence without using any of these trinkets, and just by my intention I can raise my vibration. What the oils or cards or pendulum or crystals were doing, I don't need it. I just need to think about it and it happens. You get to that point. Yeah. So these are the different stages, and then there gets a point where you don't even seek anything to change. You are like, it doesn't matter whether it happens or not happen, because it is all a dream. Nothing even exists. So even when you look at the things, you withdraw. You are so beyond it that you are like, okay, you accept everything. You get into that Zen state. I don't mind if it happens. I don't mind if it doesn't happen. Yeah. So these are the different phases of this journey of spirituality. Now, because I said it's a remembrance of soul, the journey is happening within. There's nothing new to discover. So we already are that. Yeah. So you cannot teach someone who they already are. That means each and every one of us can access that point. But the reason someone is not accepting it is, one reason, fear. So they are afraid of the unknown, they are afraid of the mystery, or they are afraid what they will find or how the journey will be. That is the only thing that is stopping them from going on this spiritual journey with you. So what I would say is, have the conversations based on where the person is, but actually you don't even need to have the conversation, because as you work on yourself, as you work on lifting your own vibration, in creating your reality, you already are changing the world. Yeah, we never do this work for ourselves alone. When we bring that change in our vibration, we are bringing that change in the vibration of the entire collective. Now, what will happen is, when you focus on yourself and raising your vibration, meeting your fears, meeting your shadows, and embracing more and more love within yourself, two things will happen. The people around you, they have to make a choice. They either step up to meet you where you are. So that means you are affecting them already. You are giving them the borrowed benefit. They have to raise their vibration up. Things will come up for them where they have to go on their journey and raise it to match it. Or people will fall away. And you will notice, like, if you have been on a spiritual path for a while, some of the friends or the groups you used to interact with, they just fall away. You just don't interact with those people anymore, because they are not at the same vibrational energy level where you are at now. So I'm not saying that it happens in all relationships. Like I gave the example in the beginning, in my relationship, my partner decided to step up, to come at that level, to talk to me, to meet me there, which is beautiful. And I'm not saying this is a common question I get from Reiki students as well. My partner does not understand this, so maybe he's not my good match. No, darling. If that person is in your life, it is for a reason. Yeah, there is something in your vibration, which is why he's showing up in your external world. And it is, in the end, it is not about even the other person, it is about you. So keep doing the work on yourself, and you can do it silently, or you can have conversations, like I said, at the level your partner is. But understand that not everyone is willing to meet their fears. It takes time. But you can plant the seed by conversations. But understand that no matter what you say, some fear will come up, because it is the unknown. They do not understand it. And the mind tries to understand what is beyond the mind. Yeah? Because the soul, the intuitive intelligence, is beyond the mind. I hope it's all making sense and it did answer your question. And if any other questions have come up, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me live here. I'll see you soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.